like to go out and pray to the moon and enact in very sort of festival-like behaviors. You see two familiar dragonborns in a compromising position.
A familiar position.
And you just slowly walk away.
Watching your parents get it out.
I don't like them. I'm in exile.
You slowly walk away and turn as your vision fades from black. And Dranishka pops up into the sand with all of you now.
Apple too far.
Welcome. Wait.
Too far from the tree.
I'm not dead? They're still here?
No, you're good. You're good.
Okay.
Everything is there.
How's your family?
Just stand in between.
How did you know?
We've all had. Was it?
Did you two see your shithole parents?
No.
Did you have to see them boning?
Thank God.
Woo!
Oh no.
At least I know where I get it from, huh?
Not that much. We did.
Oh, I saw all of them. Doesn't fall too far. I saw them in act.
Oh, okay.
Fauna.
Okay.
She's alive. Whoa.
She has no memory. She was the only one who didn't have a single vision.
Why is she the only one?
I don't know if she's gonna meet us here.
So should we just...
No, but she has to.
Also, her spells has been absolutely sucking today. Sorry.
Did
but
you
they-
see
Opposites Day.
did you see the light, the storm and the glass?
Oh,
That was ruined.
You did that.
I did that. Did I do anything to
No,
you?
well, it was scary.
Dranishka, you also notice that you're like it's thigh high, like this sand.
That's thigh high.
Yeah.
Well, if it's fly high on her.
No, it's not thigh high on me.
Nope, but it's like it's all hitting your legs. It's all
Hitting my
starting.
ankles
You can all
probably.
feel this weird kind of pattern, and it's sunken and it's higher in some places. Almost
We're
as,
running out of
almost
time.
as if it's catering to you guys.
Because
on your legs.
we were standing on it before.
Yes,
Yeah.
you were.
And now we're in
Yeah.
it. What if we go,
So
oh
I want
gosh.
to make sure you knew that. Okay.
But also,
We're gonna have to go through.
we tried to break the glass and it incinerated like your hand. So
I
you can't
believe
go
I
through
broke
it.
the
What does
glass.
this look like straight up?
Straight up,
Right now.
it almost looks concave, and then it cracks at the top. Now there's more broken glass at the top, like the cracks kind of begin there, and then it kind of ricochets down to
Wait,
wider
can we
cracks.
see, is there like a clear, like does it look like it's up higher now?
No, it still looks like about 120 feet up,
Okay.
and the very even, almost warp of sand moving up.
So it's not
But this
broken,
cyclone is going up.
Has
It's
anyone
not broken
shot
open yet.
any arrows or anything up?
I
No,
think
but that's
that
what I
we
was going
should
to try to do.
I
I
think
would
that
do
we
it.
should try and break it
Because
open.
if, wait,
With
but
what?
hold on. If
Under-
she sent lightning through, could I send a note through?
I don't want the effing note. I want to get the hell out of here.
Oh, oh.
Who are you sending a note
Oh, I just had an idea. We're in two areas that look very similar. What if we're on opposite ends of an hourglass?
Especially if
and
the
she's,
lightning, that's what it
if
was.
Fauna's in the other end. If you guys saw it.
Have you tried to dig down? At the
No,
center?
I don't think I want to go down. I want to
But no
go
one's-
find
I
Fauna.
saw
I
one
think,
is trying.
I think
Well-
we're in an hourglass like this, and we're in one of these spheres, and she's in the other.
While that's happening, I'm going to scribble a note
Okay.
to Fauna
Okay.
that says, Fauna,
We're not dead.
we're still alive. You are not alone. We will find you.
Okay.
And I'm going to fly as close to the top as I can.
Okay. You get there.
Watch
It's
your
pretty.
wings.
It's pretty nerve-wracking, but you're getting there, and it's not sucking you in like it was the last time. So you're able to get kind of close to that.
And I'm just going to try to shoot it straight up
Okay.
through the top.
Make a dex check.
Just a dex check?
Yeah,
or
just to
dex
see if you can like get it perfectly there.
If it's a regular dex check, 14.
Okay. So you take a moment, you put it up, it kind of gets sucked in to whatever that cyclone is. And Fauna, you look up, and very slowly you see something falling through the center. Very slowly. And it looks like it's been eaten up a bit on the edges, but something's falling from the sky. And it kind of patters down and it kind of hits your face. Take a moment. And you read a part of a letter. It looks like Lala's handwriting. And a couple of words are missing because it's been eaten away on the rims. But she's trying to communicate with you or something. Somehow something above the sky just came down.
What part do I see?
What part was your letter again?
It said, we are still alive. You are not alone. We will come find you.
Still alive. You are not alone. We will.
They're still alive. Oh, goodness. I'm
I'm so happy. I don't know what to do. Let the Ender talk to me. Tell me what to do.
As you say that, Fauna, you feel this like heaviness in your heart. Like your God has forsaken you. Like you're not able to save any of your friends and you only hurt them. And you take a moment and you recognize that maybe this is just not even worth it. And you just kind of lay down into the sand and slowly you feel yourself withering away into sand. Moment passes. Fauna, you're in your home and you know this place well and you know the smells well and you know how jovial this grasslands and these fields are, these small kind of hidden hill homes. And you're there and you take a moment and so you're running through this area and you swear that you're here, you're home, you want to see your family, but everyone's quiet. It must be an early Sunday morning or something, one of the weekends when everyone's out. You're just running around, you're looking, and you take a moment and you walk to home and you kind of try to open the door and it won't open, but you look through the window and you don't see what you would expect. What you see is very young parents of yours sitting there smiling, but your mother looks sad. You've never seen this before. And you overhear a very small conversation, and the only thing you can hear is something about a lost child and how they want to try again. Because losing one child was just too hard, and how they never want to have to lose another child, but should we try again? Are we able to get through this again? Can we try? And they talk about this gift and this desire and this need for another child is because it was just so hard losing the last one before it even came into the world. And you see him, your father, raise your mother's spirits and say, a family, rather just be us or more. It's all that matters to me. I want to try again because I think that in this world, it's worth always trying. And they just fade and the mirror almost becomes black and you just close your eyes. Fauna pops out.
Hey.
Oh, we're home together again!
Did you get my note? Did you get my note? I got your note.
Did you get a vision?
I had a vision. My
What?
parents, they lost a child before us. They've lost 2 children.
They still have you.
I haven't seen them in too long.
We'll find a way back to them.
If we ever get out of here.
We will.
Did my call lightning not shatter the hourglass?
It broke parts of the glass.
That's why I'm saying we need to do it again. That's why I was saying it.
I'm gonna do it at a 4th level
Woo. Whoa.
for more damage.
Okay.
Danishka, can I hold on to you?
Yes, darling. I pick her up and I put her like a baby on the side.
Okay.
All right, get ready for possible future.
I'm gonna pull Lilith and Lala close. Keep everyone together.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I call lightning.
You take a moment, you call lightning upward, you feel and you hear that glass shatter and break at voluminous levels, almost to the point that you guys have to like almost have your heads cower and you have to put shields up because you can feel glass starting to trickle and almost rain through as you can hear it. And you hear the sounds, almost explosions after one chain lightning, call lightning. You can feel it ricocheting, you can hear explosions. This is glass, this tempered glass that just is trying to release this energy, this wave or whatever this is. And the sand is starting to kind of fade away too and starting to morph and the glass is just starting to fall down and things are starting to slow. And you guys are starting to fall upward. Somehow everything is just twisting as the glass is breaking. You don't understand how you're falling upward. But you all take a moment and you look at one another. And as you do so, you have one reaction right now to choose something as time is falling upward. What do you guys want to do?
Grabbing my friends.
Yeah.
You grabbing
an
your friend's hands? Are you grabbing your friend's
All
hands?
form a circle with our hands.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay. As you do so, you begin to fall. And then you feel something like you have almost fallen into water together. Waves of the sand energy floating past you guys. And now you're just standing in a desolate desert. There's no storm anywhere. You're all standing, your hands still being held. And as you're doing this, your hands almost aren't, you can't let go, and they're glowing. Each one of your fists are glowing right now.
Is my nub glowing?
You're missing. Your nub is glowing, Rowan. Your nub is glowing. And it takes a moment as you guys all almost have a telepathic communication right now. And what you're saying in your heads, you can hear in one another's heads. And you hear, once more, a minute could save a life. You see above you, finally, that shadow that had been looming. You see the most beautiful bird-like creature that you ever could see in your life. It's glistening with golds and metals. It's blue and red. And this beast, this creature, is almost still circling above, but its head kind of cocks to you all and just keeps flying around. A minute could save a life.
I'll do it too.
How far away?
It is probably at this point, having kept its distance, about 100. I would say at least 250 feet away. It doesn't want to be too close to you guys right now. It's keeping its distance, but it's still eyeing and circling you.
We all just bowed in a circle to
So
it.
you all bow in the circle. All right. As your hands glow, Lilith,
Oh boy.
what is like a dream of yours, like the most incredible dream? If you could have anything in the world that you wished, Lilith, what would it be?
Lilith?
Yeah, Lilith.
Lilith doesn't dream.
But if she could have anything,
Your
Anything.
heart's desire.
Would be to have Fritz back.
Fritz back?
Probably.
Okay. You take a moment, shared collectively, suddenly pushed into something, almost as if there's like a speed. There's something speeding, something on overdrive speeding forward. And you take some moment and you stop. And you see Lilith. And you see this figure, this unicorn? And it's pressing close to Lilith. And Lilith has a single black tear that's going down her cheek as she touches it. And she goes forward and she puts her hand on the snout as the unicorn once more nuzzles it, and it's warm and it's gracious and you can feel it, and you're all watching her do this. And Lilith, you're experiencing it right now. And you just hear a faint "I love you" as it just whips away and dissipates.
Who was that?
I think.
You guys are all, you're all thinking and speaking to each other and you're all witnessing that, whatever that is.
He's gone?
It was just a moment.
Who was he?
He was my unicorn. He was my protector.
He was a beautiful unicorn.
It was awesome.
I want to see Farron.
Your deepest wish.
See Farron.
You guys suddenly get warped very quickly into some sort of mental state. You can feel the cogs turning. You feel almost like there's squares and there's different objects and symbols and things, and you're just pushing through something, and then you see it in the future. You see Fauna, and you see her. She's older. She must be solid 16 years old here,
I knew
maybe
it.
17. And as it's happening, you see her hands go upward. And you see something, she's like, there's something here on the ground, as she slowly lifts up her hands, and it's reforming and shaping these threads of a human back together. And for a second, standing there with older Fauna is her brother, who just smiles back at you. 13-year-old him, 16-year-old you, but he's smiling. And the moment fades.
I want to think of my sister.
Your sister?
I want to know what happened to her.
you push forward in time when you're thinking this for a moment. And you guys don't even know sometimes how this is happening. Like, you're just seeing these visions as people are understanding what's happening. Though you can tell to communicate, you can withhold saying, I want to see my sister. You can just think it right now and it's happening. So you guys get all brought, all of a sudden, there's this strange angular kind of juts and everything gets pushed forward, and you take a moment and you see yourself. Old, Moira. You're old. This must be 30, 40 years in the future. It's hard to tell. You look like you're almost on your deathbed, maybe? It's hard because it doesn't seem like you're as spry. But you're just standing in front of a temple to Helm. You're back.
You're a cute little old lady.
It's not what I wanted to see, but it is what it is. Think of something. Think of something.
You're saying this to like, you hear Moira being like, think of something. She's just like saying it very quietly to herself.
Oh, I think of Niall.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mine's more specific.
You go. Maybe you look pretty much the same and you feel pretty much the same as you're experiencing what Lala's experiencing. And she's sitting there off in a corner on a branch in a forest, looking down and seeing a very happy family together. Niall there with his wife, his children.
Is that good? The desired image? Oh, I don't know if I'm allowed to do it again. What?
You're trying to do it again.
Are you trying to do it again?
Maybe.
Yeah, don't be
Try.
greedy. I'll go. But mine's very specific. So I get into a long talk in the group in our heads. I say, well, I'd like to no longer be an exile and show up at, my place. And I walk in, and my family is there, and they welcome me. And they give me trophies, and there's lots of barrels everywhere, alcohol and food. And they're all just, it's a big parade, people are creating babies everywhere. And then there's Walton, and love these little baby barrels.
So you would love to see a future of you with Walton in your clan, is what
And
you're asking.
being welcomed back into my clan.
Okay, so you're asking, you're wishing for this.
Yes.
And you get brought into, maybe you feel older, but not too much older, but older. And you're standing there. And there's a moment that you're expecting to see Walton, but you don't. But what you do see is somebody else there. And they put their hand on your shoulder very slowly and kneel down at a tombstone that says Walton. And you hear a deep voice that says, I know I'll never replace him in your heart, but I hope that I was able to help you through it. You don't see the face, but you just feel the hand. None of you
It's
see
a man.
it. Seems to be.
Good to know.
Seems to be a big one, because that hand is huge on your shoulder.
Are you marrying a Goliath? My goodness.
Take a moment. You have a ring on the finger, and it disappears.
I get married? Does anyone see that I get married? Come on. Polyamorous relationship.
You might still be married and be in a polyamorous relationship.
Sure.
You never know.
Yeah, I mean, with my appetite, I don't know.
Danishka, I knew you'd be a great mama one day.
I did not have kids. But I'm already a mommy.
Aww.
Big sister, baby. Cool hands. Your turn.
You guys start hearing jingle bells
Oh.
and feeling little wisps of flurry kisses against your cheeks. And it looks like
Christmas fucking everywhere.
And what's your deepest wish here?
So,
yeah.
my deepest wish. I've gone up to the Norseland, and where the Krampenhauer have taken all the little gnomelings and turned them into the dark, anti-Christmas elves. I have reversed it completely, and I am now the Queen of Christmas of the Norseland. And I have all my little gnomeling siblings around me, and everyone's wearing holly wreaths and feasting.
So you wish to be the Queen of Christmas.
Yes.
The equivalent of Christmas in your world. Okay, so
Saint Rowan.
it's kind of odd, this one, as you guys try to push forward. It's almost like trying to figure out how to get you there. Almost like you can feel in a weird way in your heads and in your souls, like it's trying to show you a path or different ways that you're potentially, like you can feel that this may not be the story you get if you don't follow certain things, because like there's cogs turning, there's things moving. So this is a possible outcome, but it's trying to find, it's really struggling to find this one for you, Rowan. Queen of Christmas is moving. And it stops and takes a moment, and you hear the jingles, you feel the snowflakes against your nose, you smell holly, timber,
And
gingerbread cooking. You see Rowan there, 80 pounds heavier.
Does she have a hand?
Oh yes, she has a hand, and it's full of cookies. Oh. And she's just giving it out to everybody in town. And it is the most jolly thing, and there's a trail of children following behind her with gifts as they are giving it and knocking on doors and like leaving gifts at the doorsteps. And there's just beautiful bells and music and singing and harmonics as everyone's following. And she is essentially the talk of the town, no doubt, this day. And you have never seen Rowan so happy in this moment. She is skipping as light as ever. And
80 pounds heavier.
We have to find this future. We have to find this future.
This is the
And it
future
kind of-
I want.
This is my future.
It goes back for a moment as your hands are all glowing and you guys are all kind of coming off a trail of laughter, just enjoying that moment.
Do I have my hand? Is it?
Your hand is still gone.
You get your hand back.
I
Sure
told
do.
you I'm gonna do it for you later.
Yeah.
The only thing that stinks about all of our visions is we're not together.
It's true. And I still don't understand. A minute could save a life. What is that for?
As you guys ask these questions, you suddenly have a joint experience, and you are standing on ground that is black.
Oh, God.
You don't know where you are.
Still in water?
No. This is like black earth, almost obsidian. You look around you, there are spires everywhere, and there's a purple sky.
This is thing.
You don't know where this is, you have no idea. You've never been here. And you look behind you, and you see Fauna killing Moira.
Ruthless.
What?
And you're all standing there and you're helping her. As it dissipates everything into smoke, almost less of a push and more of like a smoke as it draws you guys back.
It's showing us what will happen if we don't do something. Because that couldn't possibly happen.
All of
It's
us
showing
are killing Moira?
alternative, I cannot say that on my accent,
Maybe.
alternative paths of life.
Perhaps we're killing you in order to save you.
We saw a vision of me as an old woman.
Alternative, I cannot say that in my accent, alternative paths of life.
Fauna, why are you killing Moira?
What could I have done?
Not
You
everyone
hear it
calm
loudly,
down.
a minute can save a life. You just hear it loudly.
What on earth could I end up doing that would have you all killing me?
Doesn't matter, don't think about that, that's not the real life.
That's not gonna happen, Moira.
It's not gonna happen.
And if it ever did, it's for a good reason.
And a minute.
Because you're about to be resuscitated.
As you guys had experienced that, let's quickly take another 5-minute break and then we'll wrap up today's session. So let's pick it up from where we left off, which was that black smoke and that vision that you guys just had of Fauna doing the finishing blow to Moira. And everybody else was helping, but substantially it looked like there was one person who was trying to fight against everybody. Like there was like essentially it was like a Voldemort Harry Potter-esque look.
Was I fighting them?
Oh yes, you were.
Okay. I don't think this is truth. I think it is an alternative reality.
It's
a warning.
I'm terrified that this is my future.
Don't fuck up.
I mean, if I do, you have permission to kill me.
It's not really Moira. It's a morphed thing pretending to be.
Let's just concentrate on and get the heck out of here.
Okay, yeah, let's wake up. Let's wake up.
Okay, you guys all holding hands, telepathically having communicated that, you take a moment and you let go of one another and you try to wake up, you just try to shake, but that creature keeps flying around. And you hear once more, a minute can save a life. You guys look up and it's slowed down ever so much and it's starting to come closer to you guys. Can I have you all roll? Let's have this be a history check to see if you know what this creature
Have we
is.
ever done the histories?
Can you let me know when it's within 120?
Oh, heck no.
18.
18.
Are you kidding?
16.
14.
4.
Hey, same! A nice clean 4.
Just how I like it.
14. 11.
4 limbs.
Can I actually go around one more time and hear those numbers?
4.
4.
11.
11.
16.
16.
4.
14. 8.
Okay. Fauna. You only know about maybe what this creature is because of some studying that you've done on very beautiful celestial creatures that have some sort of history to them. Now this creature, you don't know what it is, but you've heard tales in folklore, even in halfling folklore, these powerful creatures that were created by ancient gods that no longer exist, gods that no longer are around, created these things in history that are there to protect secrets or have a very specific duty to do something very particularly. And you don't know what they're called, but you think that it's called a kuatil.
I think this might be a kuatil.
And you hear a chuckle in your head.
You hear a chuckle in the head?
Like a chuckle, like as she said that out loud, like a like some sort of small laughter.
Are you
As
laughing
it's flying.
because I'm right or are you laughing because I'm wrong?
Can you tell us what the kuatil is?
Who are you?
Roll a persuasion check to see if it will communicate with you right now.
I'm also.
All of us are just
Fucker.
Let's have her roll with advantage because she said it.
22.
Okay.
That's good.
Snap.
22.
Wow. Oh, it's your dice.
Okay.
This one's being nice just now. Hey, read it.
As the creature kind of almost stops its swirling, it had been circling you like a vulture. And it takes a moment as it has now slowed down a bit more and is keeping its distance in the air, but looks to you. And what did you say one more time?
Who are you?
Who are you? Children. Hello, it's been a long time. I am a divine caretaker. Created when Earth in itself had been made, when the lands that you walked upon were nothing but a speck of dust. I am a creature trapped, but also a creature destined. I'm dying.
Can we help you?
No. This is my fate. I am someone who exists in dreams. And I've come to visit you all.
Why?
Don't be afraid. As it circles once more and slowly stops down, far away from you guys, still like a solid 100 feet away. But it's odd. It's serpent-like. Like its body is like a snake, but it's feathered and it has feathered wings. There's no arms, there's no legs, but its wings are acting kind of as this arm, as it's kind of pushing close to you guys. Its tongue kind of comes out. Its eyes are white. The most interesting thing as you're getting a better look at it though, as beautiful as it is from a distance, closer, it's magnificent. Like in this kind of ashen desert landscape, this kind of barren land, this barren world, that it's even hard to see beyond the mountains far away, the very large hillsides. It's almost masked and fuzzy, much like the faces that you guys had seen before. And it's kind of slithering around and looking, and you hear this voice, and it's all telepathically right now in your heads. You hear, I am a safeguard of a very special relic. You have passed my tests, but there is one more to know that you are worthy. The head snaps towards Moira.
Oh, God.
It slithers closer and closer. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, 22.
22? That's gonna pass. Okay, so you have this will against the strength of this creature, and as its eyes are trying to sear something into you, you feel a presence kicking back, a will of yours pushing back. And this creature, as it's trying to fight back, you see blackness goes into its eyes, and then it pushes it out as well for a moment. And it hisses at you. And it whips its head towards you all and says, you are on the road I showed you last. The black shadows are following, and if you seek redemption, you must follow in the righteous path, because a minute will save a life.
How? I don't want to be this person.
You are.
What were you trying to do to her before?
My time is short. I can't answer any more questions.
Oh.
But do not let my relic fall into the hands of those that would use it to harm you. She looks to Moira. She looks away.
What is your relic?
Don't let Moira touch it.
First, you must wake up.
What is your relic? Tell us.
We will wake up and have it.
I will be your relic. Now that I know that it can be trusted upon you all, I willingly give my life for it. And it takes a moment as you see this gorgeous creature once more take to the sky, circling around you guys, as suddenly this sensation, this kind of weird fuzzy feeling that you guys have been feeling the whole time is really starting to hit you. This sand, this dream state, this exhaustion. Like, you guys hadn't realized just how out of body this has been until right now, as this creature is starting to whip around and create a sandstorm. As it's doing so, you see the creature piece by piece, feather by feather, turn into sand, slowly giving itself to this wind, the sandstorm, as it starts to encompass you guys, as your vision becomes 60 feet, 50 feet, 40, 30, 10, and to the point that all of you guys can't even see each other anymore. Fades away. You all wake up, like gasping for breath, as you are on a small boat right now, paddling through what seems to be a sewer of water deep. As if you guys somehow had passed all that time for a moment, and somebody on that boat who apparently was with you, you hired very quickly to chase after everybody after the fire that just occurred and the burning and the ransacking. And he's like, are you okay?
Oh,
you
yes.
all just knocked out for a minute. You all falling to sleep and now y'all awake again. You okay? We were supposed to be chasing after somebody. Why are you falling asleep on me? Do you want me to turn around? Are you sick? Are you ill? I don't want to be near you if you're ill.
No, we're fine.
We're okay. I start looking for something that might be the relic.
Okay, you take a moment, you look around on you.
I'm feeling my pockets.
Yeah, you take a moment, you look.
Does anyone have a burnt figure or a
have my
hourglass?
hand.
I'm thinking.
No.
What?
Your hand is still missing.
Oh gosh.
And it takes a moment, Rowan. In your other hand, you have a very small minute glass. And you don't know what this is, but you see a very fine ribbon wrapped around it, and there's some sort of language. And you pull it off, and you read, "A minute can save a life." On the back says, "Use this once, use this wisely."
We're not allowed to use it once to save someone's life. I don't think it's to save hers.
Don't you ever give that to me.
Don't let her ever hold it.
Never.
They were very clear.
You guys continue to paddle through the
Like the
sewers of
precious.
Waterdeep
I'm Boromir.
quietly. And I think that's a very nice place to end today's session. The discovery of this
my
relic, the
gosh.
shared dream, this creature that had been protecting something that visited you.
Well. Wow.
Well done.
Wow.
Okay.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. For those of you who are confused by the backstories, you can read more about them on our website, girlsgutsgloryrpg.com. And hopefully we'll be back to weekly streaming soon. We're working on it.
Yeah, I want to
say
continue
your
the
handle.
story
We
as
gotta see
soon
what
as
happens
possible.
You can follow us all at
@go_Nino.
Sunny Seeley on Twitter.
A style pixie everywhere.
At Kaylin Rock on Twitter.
At Kim Hidalgo, HIDALGO.
@Alice Food on Twitter.
at Kellen Coleman. Kellen has one out on everything.
And don't forget to follow Girls Guts
Glory,
Glory.
yeah.
Follow
We're so
our
happy.
Glory.
And
Thank you,
also,
Nathan. Thank you,
thanks,
Satine. Thank you,
Yeah.
everybody,
Thank
for
you,
tuning in.
Thank you,
Wiz
Crew.
Kids.
Wiz
Our
Kids.
minis.
Thank you.
Death saves,
Yeah.
awesome shirts, awesome people here.
And
everyone
and
hosting
Geeks
us.
Guild for awesome
Geeks
pins.
Guild for a cute little
20 deep in, you can buy them at
You can check out our Twitter
www.geeksguild.com.
and Instagram for like more close-up
Yeah,
pictures. of
I'll
our
post the rest
awesome
of them.
miniatures.
Shout out to everybody who came to visit today. Sean, Marv, Matt, you guys are great. Thank you so much. And
Thanks a lot. Happy Comic-Con, everybody.